As you sleep, your brain is doing something that should be physically impossible. We've always been told that dreams are just a messy replay of your past, fragments of yesterday's stress and old memories thrown into a blender. But what if your brain isn't looking backward at all? What if during your deepest sleep cycles tonight, your mind is actually living through tomorrow? In early 2026, a strange anomaly started showing up in the data of millions of smartwatches and sleep trackers worldwide. People weren't just waking up with standard dream recall, their biometric data was spiking in exact, identical rhythms hours before major, unpredictable life events happened to them. It launched a terrifying, groundbreaking theory known as chronosyncing. It suggests that your brain isn't just a biological computer, it is a biological time machine. And if you've ever experienced a specific type of recurring glitch dream, you've already used it. But the most disturbing part isn't that your mind can see the future. It's what happens when you try to change it. For decades, mainstream neuroscience treated sleep like a janitor, a passive state where the brain simply clears out metabolic waste and organizes old data. But behind closed doors, researchers were hitting a wall. Why does the human brain consume a massive amount of energy during rapid eye movement, or REM sleep, often matching the activity levels of a person running a complex business meeting? Enter the 2025 Zurich Sleep Institute anomaly. Scientists tracking the brainwaves of hundreds of test subjects noticed specific, hyper-intense rhythmic spikes that defied explanation. They weren't reacting to the past. The stakes shifted instantly from understanding memory to a race against time itself. Are we trapped in a linear timeline, or is our subconscious constantly breaking the speed limit of reality? The world first noticed the glitch on social media. In early 2026, a viral trend exploded where users posted side-by-side comparisons of their smart sleep data and their real-world schedules. One user showed a massive, unexplained spike in heart rate variability and amygdala activity at exactly 3:42 a.m. 5 hours later, at 8:45 a.m., they were involved in a freak, near-miss car accident. The biometric graphs were nearly identical. This isn't just déjà vu. This is the foundation of chronosync dreams, the theoretical alignment between your deepest REM cycle fluctuations and specific future external stimuli. Think of your brain like a radio receiver. When you are awake, the static of the conscious world forces the dial to stay on one station, the present. But when you switch off, the dial drifts. Have you ever had a dream where you are searching for something ordinary, a specific set of keys or a strange book, only to encounter that exact object in the real world 48 hours later? Most people dismiss this as mental noise. It isn't. It's the first sign that your subconscious is actively mapping out the roadmap of your coming week. How is this physically possible? To understand it, we have to look at the brain's ultimate superpower, predictive simulation. Every single second, your waking mind absorbs millions of pieces of microdata that you never consciously register. The subtle change in your boss's vocal tone, a minor rattle in your car engine, the shifting weather patterns outside. During deep sleep, the prefrontal cortex shuts down, removing the brakes of logic. Your brain takes all that hidden microdata and runs millions of hyperspeed simulations of the future to prepare you for survival. This is called temporal overlap. Your mind identifies patterns too subtle for your waking consciousness to perceive, essentially calculating what will happen next. The data from recent neurological studies suggests these simulations don't just calculate probabilities, they occasionally land on exact, hyper-specific future outcomes with zero margin for error. Your brain isn't just guessing tomorrow, it's rendering it. This brings us to the shocking data from the Zurich Sleep Institute. Researchers isolated a group of self-proclaimed precognitives, people who claimed their dreams regularly came true. The scientists expected to find frauds or people suffering from hyperactive imaginations. Instead, they found specific rhythmic anomalies in their EEG readings during the transition into REM sleep. The Institute coined a new term, statistical dreaming. Are these people actually breaking the laws of physics and seeing through time? Or has their neurochemistry simply become so hyper-efficient at calculating the variables of reality that they can accurately, spoiler alert? The line between perfect calculation and true precognition completely vanishes when the result is exactly the same. If this architecture exists inside every human skull, how do you unlock it? You don't need a multi-million-dollar laboratory. The tools are already on your wrist. By cross-referencing your wearable tech data with a dedicated dream journal, the patterns become startlingly clear. Look specifically at your heart rate variability, HRV, during sleep. A sudden, sharp drop in HRV during a highly vivid dream sequence is a biological red flag. It indicates your autonomic nervous system is reacting to the dream as an absolute reality. Neuroscientists have identified specific universal symbols that correlate with high stress or high opportunity windows in your immediate future. If you map these sync points, you can begin to decode your personal predictive rhythm. Your brain leaves a digital fingerprint on your sleep data right before your life pivots. A 2026 global sleep study revealed that 64% of people reported experiencing at least one dream that accurately predicted a future text message, phone call, or random encounter within 72 hours. If your brain can calculate the future based on microdata, it means your free will during the day might just be you following a script your brain already wrote and approved the night before. The human brain during REM sleep produces a neurochemical environment completely identical to a psychedelic state, meaning your mind literally dissolves its perception of time every single night. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning. You check your sleep tracker and it shows an unprecedented, massive spike of neural activity at 4:12 a.m., a chaotic red zone of absolute panic on the graph. You vaguely remember a nightmare about water, cold glass, and a sudden crushing weight. You shake it off, grab your coffee, and head out the door. 2 days later, you find yourself driving over a local bridge during a sudden torrential storm. The traffic stops. A truck hydroplanes ahead of you. In that exact fraction of a second, your brain experiences a massive surge of absolute certainty. You don't panic. You know exactly which way to turn the wheel because your subconscious already ran this exact simulation 48 hours ago while you were safely in bed. It didn't just save your life, it lived it first. The ultimate truth of chronosyncing changes everything we know about human potential. Your brain is not a prisoner of the present moment. Through the phenomenon of temporal overlap, your mind functions as a biological predictive engine, constantly throwing its consciousness forward into the timeline to test the waters of tomorrow. We are not passively drifting through time. Your subconscious is actively scouting ahead, building a bridge between what is happening now and what is about to occur. Sleep isn't an escape from reality, it's the laboratory where your reality is engineered. This leaves us on a dangerous ethical frontier. If we begin decoding our dream data to make major life decisions, avoiding flights, switching jobs, or ending relationships based on a sleep graph, we risk entering a loop of self-fulfilling prophecies. Does the dream predict the future, or does the dream force you to create it? If you could peer into your sleep data tomorrow morning and see an undeniable warning about your upcoming week, would you change your path? Or is the true power of the human mind knowing when to listen to the whisper of the subconscious and when to let tomorrow remain a mystery? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever had a dream that accurately crossed the line into reality?